Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mary Clancis. I'm the Dean of the College of Education, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you. There's no microphone here, you just have to... I think my voice is loud enough. Is it good and loud? I think it is a strong voice. So it is my sincere pleasure to welcome you all today on what we have waited for a very long time. We've been working with the campus and with Hua for a very long time for this moment, for the launch, the official launch of our Confucius Institute. We now join, as a consequence of this decision to locate the institute here at the University of Illinois, 400 Confucius Institutes around the world. So this is a really significant enterprise, and over 100 of them here in the United States. They exist in Columbia, in Stanford, in the universities of Michigan and Michigan State and Minnesota. And we are really very proud that the University of Illinois has joined the family of the Confucius Institutes. For us, it will provide us extraordinary opportunities to relate with our colleagues and to meet our mutual obligations. Our Confucius Institute is going to focus on Chinese language testing. Our college has a history of testing and evaluation, and now to be including this area in the Chinese domain makes us very, very proud, and we're very confident that what we can deliver will be of very high quality. It also provides an opportunity for other kinds of research and for relating with the Hanban Institute to explore opportunities for faculty and students, and we are looking forward to that relationship. We actually have quite a number of Chinese students already in our programs, and they are very excited that we are now moving in this direction. I gather that we will we will receive teachers or a teacher from China who will help us. And I think our mayors would be interested in this, in the teaching of Chinese languages, the Chinese language in the school system. So I know there are many parents who are interested in that, and many children of our faculty who are of Chinese background who would welcome this in our community. And we will be receiving 3,000 books as part of the teacher education process. So we are very excited and really grateful that we can move in this direction. The mission of the Confucius Institute will be to promote Chinese culture and language learning. This university has a big emphasis on diversity, not just of its people, but understanding the cultures and languages of peoples that are part of our community, and this enriches in a deep way what we do at the University of Illinois and in the College of Education. So I would like to, in particular, welcome Professor Guoming Mei. Thank you so very much. Could we please welcome him? Right. Thank you. And his colleagues from the Zhongji Normal University, could you please stand so we can also acknowledge you? Yes? Thank you. And the International Director, Dao Hao? Right. Thank you very much for travelling. I hope your travels were pleasant. We also want to welcome our Mayor from the Urbana Mayor, Laura Prussing, who's here with us today. Thank you. I don't know if Mayor Don Gerard is here. Has he arrived? He's intending to be here, but the fact that both our mayors are interested in joining us shows us, I think, is an evidence to all of you of the strong relationship that our university has with our local community, and certainly we see the Confucius Centre spanning the community as well as our university. We'd like also to acknowledge the campus. In all these international events, colleges and campus officers work hand in hand to successfully move initiatives forward. So I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Pradeep Khanna and Dr. Brian Endres. Could you both stand, please, so we can thank you? Thank you very much. And now it is my very great pleasure to introduce our provost, Dr. Lusama Adeseda, who's a provost of, he used to be the Dean of Engineering and very much an international man in all his dealings. So please, Provost, come forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mary. I understand the This doesn't work, so I better move it out of the, move it out of the way. Eh? Oh, it's for the camera. This is the home of, this is the, oh, the mayor has arrived. Okay. Just.
I have a day job at the university. Boss wouldn't let me offer.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon to everybody for coming to this event today. It is my great pleasure to welcome to our campus President Guo Pingmei. Is that correct? We have pronounced it? I've been practicing my Chinese yeah. And all of our friends and colleagues from Zhongshan University, Normal University in China. We also want to welcome the Consulate in the Consulate of China in Chicago. I think it's Chang, Juhua, okay. And also our mayors, again, we'd like to welcome Mayor Prosin and Mayor Gerald to the campus again. This is an outstanding occasion for us on the campus. It's an outstanding occasion. The formal opening of a Confucius Institute here at the University of Illinois is indeed a special day for our campus and for the surrounding communities in the East Central Illinois. This day is the culmination, as Mary have said, of many discussions, negotiations, and proposals extending over past several years, and it is very gratifying to see this dream become a reality on our campus. But the roots of this Confucius Institute extend much further back in the history of our campus and the community. The University of Illinois has been actively engaged with China almost since the very beginnings of our institution history. In fact, the second president of the University of Illinois, Edmund James, played an integral role in the development of Chinese higher education. In 1908, President James successfully lobbied the United States Congress and President Teddy Roosevelt to return the large sum of money which China was forced to pay to the US as part of the treaty ending one of the wars in China at that time. This money was returned to China on the condition that it be invested in efforts to assist Chinese youths in pursuing higher education in America. President James' very forward-looking initiative produced two notable outcomes. For the first half of the 20th century, more than 25% of all Chinese students who pursued their higher education in the US came right here to the central part of Illinois. Second, a portion of that money was used to establish a preparatory college to help ready Chinese students for admittance into US universities. This college opened in 1911 in Beijing as Tsinghua College. Today, of course, Tsinghua University ranks among the world's premier research universities. And so, as you've seen, we've been engaged with China for a very, very long time. Today, we are home to nearly 10,000 international students, more than any public university in the US. And nearly half of those students come from China. They come to us from China. Okay? We send hundreds of our students to China, and our faculty is engaged in collaborative research with more than 70 institutional partners in China, including Zhongshan Normal University. We are keenly aware that in today's increasingly interconnected world, it is simply impossible to address pressing global issues or prepare our students to function in the global workplace without an awareness and appreciation and understanding indeed of China's role and influence. And so we look forward very much to the contributions of this Confucius Institute in promoting the study of Chinese language and culture here on our campus and in schools and communities around this entire region of Illinois. So given our past and present, the opening of this Confucius Institute represents a very positive and exciting step forward in the future of our cultural and educational engagement with China. So we again welcome our guests to the campus. I think As I've mentioned, we've had tremendous collaboration with China. Many of us go to China almost at least twice a year. So we look at this institute as further engaging our campus with China for the long term. Thank you very much for coming today, and we are very grateful for this institute.
Thank you, President. Provost. Oh, President, I'm really elevated. Thank you, Provost Odisada. I'd like now to invite President Guo Ming-Mei to address us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dean. Respected Provost Odisada. Okay. Ms. Chang, Mayors, Dr. Kana, Dr. Angels, Professor Zhang. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First, on behalf of Jiangxi Normal University, I would like to convey my heartfelt congratulations to all assembled here on the inaugurations of the Confucius Institute at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. China and the United States are both large and influential countries in the world, and the educational and the cultural exchanges between the two countries has a long history. The newly established Confucius Institute at the UIUC will provide another platform for educational and the cultural exchanges between the two countries and our two universities. Initiating international cooperation and exchange in education has always been one of the Jiangxi Normal University's developmental objectives. As a key university jointly constructed by the Ministry of Education of China and the Jiangxi's provincial government, Jiangxi Normal University currently has over 40,000 full-time students, including 5,000 postgraduate students. Further, it has established friendly, collaborative relationships with about 40 institutions of higher learning in 17 countries throughout various regions in the world. Our university has enrolled overseas students from 17 countries to study different subjects. Our university established the first Confucius Institute in Madagascar. That institute has been continuously acclaimed advanced Confucius Institute of the world by the Hanpan of China. The UIUC is a renowned public university, as well as a founding member of Big Ten Conference, a famous league of American Midwestern universities. Running a Confucius Institute jointly at a world-class university like the UIUC will contribute to the promoting the Sino-American educational and cultural exchanges. We highly cherish the cooperation with you, and we will try our best to support the Confucius Institute's work of Chinese education and the culture exchanges. Meanwhile, we hope both institutions can further develop even more comprehensive collaboration in terms of student exchanges, teacher and scholar exchanges, as well as academic exchanges. This can make a new and greater contributions to the cause of educational and cultural exchanges between China and the United States. I sincerely wish the Confucius Institute at the UIUC great success, and I cordially hope the Jiangxi Normal University and the UIUC can develop closer ties and cooperation. This may help the people of China and the United States develop greater and deeper friendship. We warmly welcome all of you here to go to Nantang, China, and visit Jiangxi Normal University. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure now to welcome our friends from the education section of the Consulate General of the People's Republic of China in Chicago. So I'd like to introduce again Miss Zhuhan Tan, who's the Education Director, and she's going to say a few words in Chinese. And I gather you have a translator who will translate as we go along. So thank you very much and welcome. Come forward, please.
尊敬的普拉辛市长，尊敬的伊利诺伊大学香槟分校学术事务副校长及教务长伊里桑密阿迪斯达先生，还有企业与国际事务协理校长普拉迪普卡拉先生，副校长安德鲁斯先生，教育学院院长玛丽卡兰兹斯女士，尊敬的孔子学院院长张华华教授，尊敬的来自江西的远道而来的江西师范大学校长梅国平先生，各位来宾，各位朋友，非常高兴应邀出席伊利诺伊大学香槟分校孔子学院成立仪式，并有机会认识在座的各位朋友。今天是一个很喜庆的日子，我呢是8天前才刚刚到任驻芝加哥总领馆的教育组，今天呢是我到芝加哥工作以后第一次正式访问领区的大学，也是第一次出席这个孔子学院的成立的仪式，意义特殊，记忆深刻。我很高兴能够和我的同事应邀出席今天的这样一个盛会。设立孔子学院是为了适应世界这个经济全球化和文化多元化发展的趋势，满足各国急剧增长的学习汉语、了解中国文化的需求。应各国大学的申请，经孔子学院总部批准，由国外的大学和我国的大学合作举办这个非营利性的这个教育机构。从2004年第一所孔子学院在韩国成立以来，就受到了广泛的欢迎，得到了快速的发展。目前，在全球已经有近400所左右的孔子学院。美国是拥有孔子学院最多的国家，有97所，其中呢，驻芝加哥领区，9州呢有19所。伊利诺伊州呢是有3所。本周一，我国的刘延东副总理出席了在芝加哥大学举办的中美高水平大学圆桌会议，并做了主旨发言。他指出，中美人文交流与政治互信、经贸合作已经成为中美两国新型大国关系的3大支柱。而孔子学院是中美两国人文交流的重要平台，成为为 国外大学和社区汉语的学习和中国文化的传播发挥了重要的作用，成为中外教育合作交流的重要的桥梁。我了解到伊利诺伊大学香槟分校与中国江西师范大学合作设立的孔子学院，是一所以汉语水平考试网络化、自适应化及诊断化为特色的孔子学院。我相信，在两校的重视和支持下，贵校孔子学院的发展一定能够依托两校的优势，在上述特色领域取得突破性的成绩。驻芝加哥总领馆教育组将会对伊利诺伊大学香槟分校孔子学院的建设和发展，在汉语教师、教材配备、组织实施总部下达的活动项目等各方面给予帮助和支持。预祝伊利诺伊大学香槟分校孔子学院蓬勃发展，蒸蒸日上。祝在座的各位朋友身体健康，万事如意。谢谢大家。
It's not that little. Ms. Tan, I want to thank you very much for that very thorough description of what we're trying to do. Thank you so much. And just before I introduce Professor Hua Chang, Hua, if you'd like to come forward, I want to really just pause and tell you what an extraordinary colleague Professor Hua Chang is. He's really quite a remarkable scholar in this country, and I know he keeps very, very strong working relationship with his colleagues in China. But this university has a history of making breakthroughs, and I'm glad you used that word. It has invented many parts of the modern world, from parts of the modern world that involve technology, the internet, medical, you name it. But we were the first in the world too to look at educational technologies, and Hua fits exactly in that. He has invented tools. He is in the process of inventing technologies for testing, for language, for tracking how learners engage with knowledge. And he has created some extraordinary new methods and new tools. So what he's doing for Chinese language, he's also doing for language in general, for learning in general, for knowledge in general. And he is collaborating with colleagues in our college and across our campus to do what is very, very, very extraordinary work. So this particular Confucius Center will not only deliver on the desires that we have for stronger relationships with China, but also about inventing the tools that will take all of us into the new world of meaning making and the affordances of new technology. So it is a very special moment for us, and we're so very grateful that Professor Chang's work can be amplified also through this institute. But I'll let him speak for himself now. He's a treasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dean Mary Colensis. Thank you, everybody. I'm so excited today to be here, and I want to thank many people. The first person I would like to thank is my thesis advisor. I found him is here, Bill Stout. Many years ago, I received a PhD in statistics under his guidance. I learned a lot from him. This is my thesis advisor. Secondly, I would like to thank the people in Jiangxi province. Why I'm saying that? Because during the Cultural Revolution, I was sent by the government to a collective farm in Jiangxi province. I worked there as a farm worker for 3 years. I still have so many wonderful memories. People there treat me so well. Well, today China has so many big changes. We found that Jiangxi Normal University becomes one of the best in terms of psychometric research, meaning that we are doing some testing assessments educational evaluation and assessment. So I think we found the best partner in China, in Jiangxi, and we'll do collaborations. As pointed by Mary, the research results we will have will be transformative. That means not only we can use these results methodology in Chinese language, we also can be transformed to use this in English assessment, in mathematical assessment. Okay, today I'm very pleased that we have this Confucius Institute founded today, and I promise we will work very hard to make this the best Confucius Institute in the world. Thank you very much.
And if Professor Chang's made you a promise, you can be sure that he will realize on it. We now come to that wonderful magical moment where I invite our Provost and Dr. Andres and President May to come to the table for the signing. The official signing. Do I join you?
Yes, you.
Oh, I'm a signer. I thought it was
From the top. So the institute is